I will just give a moment for people to come in from the waiting room. As a reminder, please mute yourself unless you're testifying before the division. Please ensure that your audio and video are both functioning. Good afternoon. This is a hearing before the Mayor's Office of Consumer Affairs and Licensing for the City of Boston. Today is Monday, November 14th, 2022. Today's hearing is being held pursuant to temporary amendments to the open meeting law. That is what allows us to meet virtually. With us today is Executive Director Kathleen Joyce and myself, Rebecca Fu, Director of Operations, Lieutenant Detective Troy, Sergeant Detective Gallagher, Detective Hernandez. This hearing will be recorded and posted to the City of Boston's website. I will read the agenda items into the record, after which I will ask who is present on behalf of the licensee and who is present on behalf of the Boston Police Department. I will then ask if there are any individuals present who have personal knowledge of the alleged incident on this specific date. I will then swear in all parties. After that, the police report will be read into the record. The licensee or the representative will have the opportunity to make a brief statement regarding the alleged incident, followed by questions by Executive Director Joyce. Calling our first and only item, JAJB Inc., doing business as Tavern in the Square, located at 161 Brighton Avenue, Boston 02134. Manager record Shawn Ahern. The incident report number is number 059217. Date of incident October 27th, 2022 at 11:52 p.m. The alleged incident is loud music emanating beyond the premise into the abutting building at 66 decibels at 11:52 p.m. Who is present on behalf of the licensee?
Maxwell Rosen.
And Adam Doherty.
Okay. And who will be testifying on behalf of the Boston Police Department?
I will be.
Detective Hernandez. And then can all individuals please raise their right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, and Detective Hernandez, you may proceed with the police report.
Good morning. I'll be reading from police report which I wrote on Thursday, October 27, 2022. Sergeant Detective William Gallagher and Detective Eddie Hernandez, assigned to the licensed premise unit, responded to Tavern in the Square, located at 161 Brighton Ave. Detectives were there to speak to the management regarding a noise complaint that had been received. As detectives stood across the street, they could easily hear loud music emanating from the premise going out into the street in a budding neighborhood. Sergeant Detective Gallagher utilized a sound meter and recorded an average decibel reading of 66 decibels coming from the establishment. Detectives made note of the time at approximately 11:52 p.m. Boston noise ordinance states that decibels may not exceed 50 decibels after 11 p.m. Detectives informed the person in charge, Mr. Chris McGee, the decibel reading. Mr. McGee stated that he would immediately correct the situation. As a result of what detectives observed, Sergeant Detective Gallagher issued license permit inspection on 059217 for loud amplified music emanating beyond the premise with an average decibel reading of 66 decibels. Mr. McGee signed for an acceptance license. That's all.
Okay, and Max or Adam, would you like to make a brief statement?
Yes, thank you. In regards to the noise violation, we have taken the following actions in not only sending communications to our entire entertainment staff, that being DJs, of said decibel readings moving forward. We've also equipped our management team moving forward with decibel readers both on their phone and in site to be taken both inside the premise and on the sidewalk during our evening operations. It was an unfortunate incident that occurred that evening. We were very busy that night due to surrounding colleges celebrating. It is not in the norm for us to exceed levels of that noise, but due to the crowd that we had on that particular evening, unfortunately sound levels did exceed that of sanctioned by the City of Boston. As I mentioned previously, we have taken all necessary steps in our power to control that moving forward, both by communicating with our entertainers and managements on duty who will, moving forward, be monitoring sound levels coming out of the building during our late nights.
Okay, Kathleen.
Thank you. Sergeant Gallagher or Detective Hernandez, have you had reason to visit this licensed premise before for sound issues?
Ma'am,
Complaints?
we were there in May for the same situation. I believe that was the result of a broken window. And I think we wrote up a violation at that time for the same thing.
Okay,
We've gotten multiple complaints though, from neighbors in the past.
and are they usually other nights of the week, or do you find there's any sort of pattern?
Seems like Thursday night is their busiest night, and when we talked to the manager, I think there was a little misunderstanding. He thought as long as he was within 70, he was all set. And I informed him that there's a time change at 11 p.m. It actually drops down, which actually coincides with the time that they probably start getting busy. So hopefully, just with just that little reinforcement that and good part by the management getting the word out to their other employees that they have to actually lower it as they get busier, and that should rectify the problem.
Okay. And Max, you testified today that you have retrained your staff about the difference in decibels that are allowed at different times of the night.
Yes, as Sergeant Detective Gallagher said, that transition from 70 to 50 was coached to the team, as well as the entertainment that comes into our building regularly. So not only is the management team aware moving forward and equipped with tools to monitor during that time change and later into the evening, but also our DJs and entertainment staff are fully aware. So they're also equipped in their booths. They have, fortunately, the DJs can download an app on their phone to be able to monitor that, and they have the equipment to monitor as well.
Okay, and you'll regularly monitor it from within?
Yes.
And that implementation too has also been, transitioned into the security staff, which is typically based outside, so that it's not. We have an outside monitoring process as well as interior as well.
Okay. I'm not sure if the people that are complaining are neighbors or abutters, or if we're even aware of who's complaining. Are you guys aware?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
not to our knowledge.
We
Okay. Some places in the city and other neighborhoods provide those neighbors and abutters with a 24-hour contact, so they can contact you directly as opposed to the police if there's a complaint. So we can reach out to them to see if that is something that they're interested in working with you on.
And we'd like that. We'd like those numbers too, because that way we could just try to right
That might be
away.
the way to go about it. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, if that information is if they're comfortable sharing that, we would be more than happy to oblige to that as well.
And we want to be obviously good neighbors within the city
course.
and the community and to our neighbors. So.
Okay, so what we'll do after this hearing is get a 24-hour contact from your team. We should have one, but I want to make sure it's the right 24-hour contact, so that if we get emails or if the licensed premise unit gets phone calls and complaints, we can contact you right away.
That would be appreciated. Thank you.
That would be very appreciated.
Rebecca, do you have any other questions?
No.
Okay. I don't have any other questions at this time.
Okay, and that concludes our hearing for today. Thank you.
Everybody for your time.
Thank you.